Hey, it's Mark Ferguson with Invest for More, and I'm back outside the good laundromat. We've got good repairman and bad repairman. I might have to start calling the two laundromats the good laundromat and the bad laundromat, because this one has been doing better, and the other one has been doing worse. The other one's very small and tiny. But we're going to check the coin boxes, see how much money we have, check the cash machine, see how much money it is, and see if there are any problems. All right, we're in the laundromat. You may notice some changes. I don't know if I like the changes. We brought the vending machine and pop machine from our other laundromat that almost never gets used and put them here. And this thing is huge. It's gigantic. And I bought a table that was gonna go right here in front of these chairs, and that plan is kind of ruined. I was really hoping these would go back here in this corner, and I wasn't able to get here when my guys were putting them in. And it might be too tight over here for both of them. Probably is with that washer right there. But, I mean, not that we want to move them again, but ideally it'd be nice if that big one was right here and the pop machine right there, and then we have chairs along here so that it just, this big giant thing is kind of farthest away from the front door, or as far away from the front door as we can get it. So, I don't know. I don't know if it would be, it probably wouldn't be good to block the electrical panel and back door and stuff with it, but there's other options. I don't know where else we could really put it. There isn't a lot of space in here. It seems huge compared to my other one, but there really isn't a whole ton of space here. You know, we were planning to put another washer right here. We could put the vending machine back here, and maybe the pop machine right here. That might be a little tight though, but that would sure, because this thing can be partially taken out. It doesn't take up as much space as it looks like it does. So you could put the vending machine back at least as far as that washer is there, and it could sit here, and then maybe the pop machine right here. That sure seems like a better solution. But like I said, I wasn't here to be able to talk about that, so it's partially my fault. But we had other issues we were trying to take care of, the other laundromat and with some other things. So we'll still count money. We'll see what we've got here. I'm hoping this should be a good week based on what was in the cash earlier that I collected. I've collected cash twice this week just because I've been here and I like to get that and swap quarters and make sure that that's all good. We still just have one dryer that's out of order. It needs a new board. I don't feel like buying a new board for it right now until we get things a little more established. We've got toilet paper and stuff, so that's fantastic. Everything else is pretty much working. So haven't had any calls about anything except the cash machine. We did a video on that. We got that fixed. It's still flashing green. I text the guy who rebuilt this for me and is supposed to be getting a new hopper 2-3 days ago. I haven't heard nothing back. So I don't know what's going on there because that's been a while. Would obviously like to get that up and running so we have two sides at work in case one breaks and not just one. But let's check the money, see what we've got. Okay, so this always gives us an indication of how much cash is in here. Like I said, I think was I just here yesterday or the day before? I can't remember. But we can also see how few quarters there are. Hopefully there's almost no quarters. Well, the quarters have gone down some, but not a ton. And then we'll see. Like I said, I've collected cash in here a number of times this week already. So we should have, based on those earlier collections, more money than we've ever had before. But, you know, we've only done this twice so far. So it's easy to outdo yourself in the beginning. So we'll check that, put a few more quarters in there, and then we'll go check machines. I forgot my bucket to put coins in, but I'm improvising. I put my Lay's box in the laundry cart, so this should work fantastic. I think it'll be fine. So let's see what's in the machines. Hopefully there's just gobs and gobs and gobs and gobs of money. Or slightly more than last week is what we're really aiming for. Or to be able to open the boxes is really the first goal. That's not a lot, but that's actually more, I think, than these first ones had last week. So we do have a lot of dryers, and hey! Okay. We are definitely off to a better start, I believe. Yes, there's definitely more money in here than last week. So that's what we're going for, is an upward trend. And hopefully, that's a ton. You continue that upward trend as time goes on. Unlike the other laundromat where, weird, that one's broken. It doesn't have any money in it. We had a really good upward trend at the other laundromat, and then a very nasty downward trend lately. So hopefully we can fix that. I don't know. I think the upper ones definitely get more use. I think it's easier for people to put money or, laundry in those. So, hey, that is the most quarters I've seen in a dryer box yet. So, that was encouraging. That's encouraging too. Hey, that's fantastic. We had a rather discouraging day earlier at the other laundromat with more broken machines and boiler problems and very little in the way of sales. That's a really good one too. So this is making our day go better. Not bad. Definitely, not our end goal here to see this many quarters, but that is a decent box of quarters. Now, we've never used a box before to collect quarters, so that's different. We'll get a different box for the washers, I guess. Goldfish. Okay, we're going to start in the back. Sorry, that's probably noisy. So, this is one of our big machines. We have 3 50-pounders. Not bad for that one, in the very back. 2 of the 50-pounders are back here, and one of them is up front. And then we have a 60-pounder up front too. And those are always the ones that tend to have the most money in them, is the 60 and 50-pounder up front. So we're starting in back, just because these often are the lowest used ones and the most annoying coin box too. All the coin boxes work pretty well, except for that one. Okay. We'll come back to that. We'll mess with that later. Oh, nothing in that one. That's interesting. This is the one the old laundromat guys repriced and said a board had to be replaced for it to work. I wonder if it still doesn't work. It wouldn't surprise me. Oh, hello. Yes, it works.
It took my $5.
Oh, was that you?
That's me.
I will give you your $5 back. I came in that morning.
I already come and wash her like every day, so.
Oh, no, I think the bill got cut in half somehow, or is real thin, and I took out the piece and then it started working fine. So I stopped doing my voiceover or talking while I was collecting money, but I'm doing a voiceover now. I thought it was kind of weird with the camera strapped to my chest talking to myself, and I shouldn't let that bother me, but I did. So, I am holding my camera, which might work better actually because I can point directly where I want to point to, and I'm doing a voiceover after this happened. So, those people came in. They were the ones who had lost their $5 in the change machine earlier this week, and I came and fixed it. Super nice. I gave them $6 in quarters, and they were really happy and excited. So it's crazy how nice and happy people are at the laundromat. So far, so good. It's definitely way better than last week, which means it's better than any week we've ever had. This is only our 3rd week, but really cool to see. These machines don't ever do that great. I don't know what it is. It's actually not bad for that one. But they're kind of in the middle. You know, there's a lot of them. They're all the same. So they still are getting used though. But I imagine if the laundromat were to get pretty busy or a lot more people coming, then those would get more use. Who knows? The big ones are definitely the money makers. Those are the ones where most people go to and use them because they can do a few loads at once and save tons of time. So that's definitely been the going theme. I've said that over and over again on the YouTube channel, say it over and over again, and that's because that's what happens. These we're already in the laundromat. Oh, that's way better than I've seen in those before too. So I don't know if these do better because they're shiny and stainless steel and not white, or if it's just because they're towards the front of the store and people see them. Not sure, but they're exact same size, basically the same machine as the white ones I just showed before. But there's definitely more money in these than there was last time I checked, so this is fantastic. And I see people on cameras, I can kind of see like who's in there, who's out, not in there, but it's hard to tell exactly, you know, how many people are going versus week over week. So it really is nice to get confirmation from the coin boxes that yes, things are definitely going better. So that's awesome. And yeah, you can notice that a little bit more than normal. But I did notice most of my horizons that I got are kind of pointed. Well, that's not bad either. The opposite direction of the front door. So, I mean, there's so many different things and so much psychology that goes into why some machines are used. Oh, I feel like that one was empty last time too. I wonder if there's an issue or a problem with that one. I'm gonna have to check that out. Assuming I remember to check it out. Oh, the coin box changed. Oh yeah, like both of the machines right next to it had a bunch of money in them, and then that one didn't have much at all, or had 0. So that's weird. That's the only machine in here that had 0 in it. Well, no, except for the very first one that the guy worked on, who we don't speak of anymore. So now we get to the exciting part: the big machines, which usually have the most money in them. And I did peek at this one. I told you I peeked, and that's the one the lady came in and is using right now. So I know there's quite a bit in here. Assuming I can open it. There we go. Oh, yes, that is the best coin box ever I've ever had. So it's kind of heavy. I'm not gonna lie, it's a little heavy. So that's awesome to see. Oh, that was a really good one too. So that's also awesome to see. You're not overfulling or, you know, completely full to the brim, which would be great. I know the good laundromat repairman told me about a few different laundromats he works with. And he said one lady recently told him she needs bigger coin boxes because they keep overflowing. And he said, "You've got the biggest they make. I'm sorry, that's a really good problem to have." I'm like, oh, that'd be awesome to have that problem too. So, yeah, this was definitely a good week and very encouraging. Now it's time to count money. This is a soap machine. I didn't show that just because it wasn't super exciting. It was very similar to the last couple of weeks. But, I don't know if you saw that, one of my soap vending stalls is broken, of course, because the bad laundromat repair guys did that. And everything they touch breaks, even if it's already working fine. So, a little bit of money from the soap machine. Again, that's about half profit, so not a ton there, but that's to be expected. It'll be interesting to see how the vending machines do next week, if they get a bunch more sales or not. So now I've got this weird box situation full of money that's a little bit weird trying to get into the machine, but that's okay. We will make this work. And this is the dryers, so this will be less than the washers, and it definitely felt like more than last week. And it's always hard to know until you get it counted, but it sure felt like a lot more than that. And oh, by the way, last week was 117, which is, let's see here, if we do some math, I am cheating and using a calculator, 468 quarters last week from dryers. And I know you can't see it, I've got a lot more to go. So we definitely beat last week, and it's still going. I think it was 117. Let me double check. I can check these things. Alright, where's my... Oh, there we go. 118. Sorry, 118 last week. So 472 quarters last week. And as you can see, we're already destroying that amount. So that's fantastic and awesome. And very encouraging for this laundromat. Because we do need to make $1,000 a week, and it's making money. But I'm not here just to make a little bit of money. I started this, I'm doing this to make quite a bit of money. So honestly, I would love to get to a point where we're bringing in at least $2,000 a week in revenue from the quarters. And will that happen? Not sure. But it might, and we could do even better. Who knows? Now here are the washer quarters. And you can see we definitely broke a record with the dryer. And now it's time to see. The coin machine drives me crazy. That's going to be one thing I do eventually get, is a better coin counter. Someone had a really funny joke on the comments on one of my last videos. I mentioned this coin counter, and oh, now I can't. First they asked if the laundromat guys rebuilt it for me. I'm like, no, because I bought this off Facebook, supposedly all rebuilt and perfect. Obviously it's not. But nope, I did not. And then, oh, they asked me somewhere else if I got my... This is a horrible joke, I know, I'm sorry. I'll think about it while you watch quarters. I'm still thinking about it. I still can't remember it. And if you do see quarters fly out once in a while, well, not like that. It's because they reject some quarters if it doesn't think it's a quarter, or if it's broken and it'll fly out the side, or it's because I just drop it. That's also another option. So last week we had, let me get out my chart so I can tell you, $371 for the washers, which would be 371 times 4, 1,484 quarters last week. So we are already blowing that away, and I still have quite a few quarters left in this box. And I can also tell you that the quarters are kind of jamming themselves in between the box tabs, and it's getting slightly annoying. And this money is just really, really dirty. So this is not my most happy way to count money in the future, is grabbing it out of the box. I do prefer to just dump it in from a bag or a bucket if I can. But definitely make sure you wash your hands. You will not have, it's not like you'll forget because your hands are so dirty. Quarters, all the cash just gets so dirty. And this is me over here just tearing the box apart, probably dropping quarters all over to try and get them all out. I knew this would happen, but I thought it would be more fun than just dumping money into a bag that you can't see. So, and then I have to tear the box apart more and dump. See, it's just everywhere. And if you're new to the channel, this is not rare. This is usually how I operate. So, sorry. But look at this money just flying everywhere. Look how good we did. How did we did. That one too. Oh, there's more quarters? Oh, look at that. The box is just a Christmas present of quarters coming. Maybe. There we go. Oh, there's more falling all over. My counts are 100% accurate, in case you're wondering. I'm sure none of those quarters disappeared under other things. I got most of them. Maybe. There we go. Well, we definitely broke a record. We just have to see how much of a record we broke. Over 2,100 quarters. 2146. 2151. That's awesome. By far the most I've ever had. And then I want to count the cash too. Now, I still see other YouTubers and social media guys count their cash from the change machine and add it to their total after they count all their quarters too. And I don't know if I'm missing something, but that's not your total revenue, because a lot of those quarters that I just counted will have to go back into my quarter machine to produce cash. So that's $103. I'm trying to remember this. So I never count this in my sales. I count the errors. I always have errors with something or other. But this is just purely interesting to see how much cash there is in the machine. I just count the quarters in the machines as profit, because people could bring in other quarters, or they might not spend all the quarters they have either. So, what I have in the first one, 103, and now we're at 233. 233. 683, something like that. So, we have more money in the cash machine than we ever had either, too. Sorry, my words are garbly today. And here is the final chart, and then we will leave you. Thank you for watching. We'll be back, don't worry. But the first week wasn't horrible. The second week was better, and this week was even better. $728 in quarter sales. Again, none of that's the cash. That's just quarters in the machines. That's awesome. That actually might be really close to break even for us, maybe a little bit below it. So really cool to see. The washers did fantastic. The dryers did pretty good. The soap we don't really care too much about. It's mostly just a convenience for the people there. And then we'll see how the vending machines do as well. I'm not expecting them to be massively profitable, but we'll see. And really what we want to see is the washers and dryers just do better and better and better. And every time we come in there, there's more and more people there. There are 2 people who came in while I was there today. That's awesome. And we haven't had as many calls about things going wrong, even though we have had a couple. It's been for the soap dispenser and the change machine, not the washers or dryers, which is awesome. So we'll have more updates on this. Of course, we'll have more updates on the other one. Hopefully we can still get that one to be somewhat reasonably profitable, maybe, I don't know. And then we'll have other videos on our flips, rentals, other businesses as well. We'll have another liquor store update here soon too. Thanks for watching. Hope everyone has a happy holidays, and we'll be back.